I don't think he really has a good idea of what he's doing. I don't see him as a intelligent guy.
He's been an abject failure because he's much too inclined to be influenced, number one, by ideological concerns, and number two, by the perceptions of his closest advisors.
He's a little puppet that I really, truly believe that his father is still pulling his strings.
I listen to a lot of his speeches, and they're terrible. It's just the things that come out of his mouth.
He is an alumnus of the university where I went to school, and I think he's been an embarrassment to all of us.
I don't think he really cares about us people down here.
I think he cares about more the rich than the middle class or the poor.
He needs to do his job, which is to say, to actually grasp the levers of power and make them work not on behalf of his constituency in the sense of those people who he feels elected him, but on behalf of the nation as a whole. He has yet to do that.
I think George W. Bush had a lot of good intentions in this country.
It's a rough job. I think this has been a really hard bunch of years, so I'm not too critical.
He is a caretaker president. What he needs to do is to begin doing the job of the president as it was laid out, to be the chief executive, and not to delegate responsibilities, but take those responsibilities onto his own shoulders. If he did that, I think he would earn a good deal more respect among the American people. Right at the moment, he simply is not doing an adequate job of running the nation's affairs.
I think Bush is honest.
I don't think he's truthful. I think he's a liar.
All the promises he made, you know, before he stepped in there, he's not standing up to it.
He is much too narrow, much too focused on his own recipes, his own concerns, his own agenda, and what he thinks is the core beliefs of those people who elected him.
I think he needs to put more thought into how to be how to run the nation and how to be a better leader.
He must refocus his presidency, just as Ronald Reagan did after the Iran scam controversy in the middle of his second term. If he does so, he may be able to salvage something out of his presidency. If he does not, he will go forward to create a record that will rival the worst that this country has ever seen with respect to presidential performance.
Or you could improve on some of the things he's doing, but generally I think it's okay, especially with the war.
What's your opinion on the war in Iraq?
I feel that we should be there.
I think it's a big mistake.
I think it was important to go to the war.
So I think it's a mistake from the very beginning.
My opinion is that we do not belong there.
And I was proud to have marched in the protest before the war started.
I can't say I'm a fan of it. I don't think anybody would be.
It seems like a big mess that's possibly never going to clear up.
War is senseless.
It's the wrong war, at the wrong time, in the wrong place.
I'm not really thrilled with the situation in Iraq. It's kind of a little scary, and I feel sorry for the families that he's kind of put out there and on a limb with their children or family members out there. It's kind of a tough position to be in, you know, knowing that really we shouldn't be there.
He's sending a lot of kids over there for almost like a death sentence.
A lot of youth has been killed, you know.
The whole war thing, that just really kind of aggravates me because my friend's over there and it scares me that he's over there.
A lot of us don't know why they're over there doing what they're doing. A lot of broken families. A lot of things that's going on right now that shouldn't be.
It's a waste, it's a shame, you know, for the young people to go up there and, you know, give their life.
So I don't really like that. To tell you the truth, I don't even know why we're over there.
Say they're fighting for the country, but who knows what they're fighting for.
Violence with violence instigates more violence. It's not going to bring any peace.
It's like the Vietnam War again. I don't think we should be there.
Iraq is not Vietnam. There are similarities between these two. But one very strong point for Iraq is that the power bone, the main source of authority and power there, was defeated. Saddam Hussein was defeated, his army was defeated. In Vietnam, the war was not won. Not even the battles were won. I don't think the American troops ever understood enough about Viet Cong. I realized that the army felt, well, you should have been allowed to just go deal with Viet Cong, but you can't deal with a very strange kind of army. So, no, Iraq is not exactly like Vietnam.
It was obvious that what we were doing was invading a country that never had done anything to it.
It's a nasty war. We don't know when it's going to end. Won't know. You know, it's just an ongoing thing. You know, and these people up there are dangerous. They're vicious. They don't care if they die. You know, they put bombs on their body. They'll kill anybody in sight and themselves.
Because it doesn't seem like they're going to change at all. Those people over there, it doesn't seem like they're going to change. So I don't think it's helping by going over there.
The soldiers are doing a good job. We have to support them, but we shouldn't be there. As a veteran, I'm a disabled veteran from the Vietnam War era, 100% disabled with post-traumatic stress, and watching the news in the morning, I get stressed. I mean, it's just horrible what's going on there.
Another American troops killed, you know, a bomb in a car, and they've been fighting for years over there. So, my opinion, you know, granted, you know, 9/11 was a tragedy, but
I don't think it's right. This is because of terrorists of the Twin Towers.
How many 9/11s do you want before you go to war? You needed only one 9/11, and that's enough to tell you. You didn't need a 1/11 to do it, but 1/11 helps you to make that decision. He made it. I think it was right. This is an international thing, you know. This is an international thing. It could lead to the Third World War. You know, the Third World War might be a religious war. The earlier someone gets in there to stop it, the better. And I think George Bush did that. He did something which most people would have been diplomatic about, but he just went straight on and dealt with it.
If we're talking about terrorists, 15 of the 19 terrorists came from Saudi Arabia. None came from Iraq.
Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11.
I think they let him leave alone. That's it.
they've been fighting for years. If they want to fight and kill themselves, let them.
I know, like, they're trying to free the people over there, but honestly, to me, that's not our business, because we don't live over there. We live here, and he should be worrying about us instead of them.
You know, they fight with India from long time. In Pakistan, fight with India. Jammu and Kashmir, but he can never win, but they let him fight over there by himself. That's it.
The grounds for going to the war cannot be fully justified right now that we know a lot of the truth behind it. But generally, yes, I mean, you can't fold your hands and let a group of people, for religious or whatever reason, continue to intimidate everybody everywhere. It's easier to take the war there than to let such stupid minds bring the war here. Now that alone justifies the war.